And I also want to give credit to Inyaleti for holding up this and everyone that is involved. Without wasting any time, you're welcome to Springs Art Gallery. Thank you very much. My name is Tilisono Kheta. I'm the manager of the Visual Arts and Galleries in Ekurhuleni. In my own right, I'm also an artist. I also write. I've got quite a few works that I've done in public spaces, but you'll know me as we go further. Thank you very much.
So we are gathered here for the opening of the exhibition, and the topic around this is empowering tomorrow's leaders to cultivate self-confidence and to combat bullying. I'm going to keep this short to accommodate the attention span of our kids, so I would also like the speakers to also do the same. A little bit about us, GAPS. We are a non-profit organization which gathers art festivals. We provide a platform for learners to create artworks and display them, be recognized for their talents and their technical skills. We have successfully hosted 7 art festivals in Johannesburg East and the Gauteng East, with more than 150 young artists ranging from grade 1 to grade 7. More than 3.2 million learners are bullied yearly in South Africa, and more than 67% of bullying victims will not ask a teacher for help because they do not think it will change their situation. Gauteng Arts for Public Schools is working alongside teachers and parents to help combat bullying using the most powerful tool, art. This exhibition is going to showcase some of the solutions the children have come up with to combat this issue. Okay, so the entertainment is provided for us today by children for the children. So we're going to have the Midrand Marimba Band, so please put your hands together for them. No, it's true. Music is a healer. I honestly, I was nervous, and after that, I just felt myself just melting away. Our next speaker is a founder and managing director of We Consulting, a registered counselor with the HPCSA, Health Professions Councils of South Africa. She will be giving us a brief conversation about cultivating self-confidence. A little bit about Voice. We went to high school together, but this is Voice, in primary school. This is the professional Voice. She has offered her expertise on several TV shows, such as Mutswako, Raising Babies, Talk SA, Morning Live, Moja Love. She co-hosted her own radio show about mental health and wellness for 5 years. Please give a round of applause for Buitumelo Bikuto.
Thank you so much, Daisy. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you, ma'am? I hope you're all well. Hi to the little humans. Hi, guys. How are you guys doing on this hot day? You're melting. I could hear that. Like, oh, we're melting. Look, I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm a little bit sad. I thought I had much more time. I had a few, activities and role plays, for you guys, but I'll try to keep it very short and simple. And we are talking about, obviously, bullying and, talking about self-confidence as well. And some people might ask themselves, how do those work together? And I often tell people that, when you do come across people that are bullies, normally bullies have been bullied themselves, and they're normally people that try and, get their power back by bullying other people so that they feel better about themselves. But there's nothing great about making someone else not feel great, in order to make yourself feel great. So imagine being on the playground and then, you and your friends decide we're not going to play with this person just because we feel like it. Imagine how that leaves that person feeling at the end of the day. So it's small things like that. And with bullying, obviously, it's about hurting the next person. It's someone feeling hurt, someone feeling like, they're not involved or, called to be part of the group or part of playing a game. Bullying could be saying nasty things about people, behind their backs or making fun of them in front of them, in their faces at the end of the day. And I always say to people, if you find yourself doing things like that or even thinking about doing something like that, ask yourself, where does that come from? Would you like it if someone else did that to you? And if the answer is no, then we should ask ourselves, why do we do it to other people? All right, and that normally links with a bit of self-confidence. So I love talking about the relationship that we have with ourselves. So I'm gonna ask everyone here, who greets themselves in the morning? People laugh whenever I ask this question. It fascinates me. Who greets themselves? So myself, Nyeleti, Teacher Neti, okay, we've got mommy there. And you guys don't greet yourselves in the morning? Oh, and you, ma'am, yes, okay, ma'am there, you also greet yourself in the morning. And you ask yourself, how are you today? Oh, you don't ask. You just go, hello, beautiful, in the morning, that's it. You go, hey, girl. All right. And why do you think it's important, guys, to greet yourselves in the morning and to ask yourselves, how are you doing? You little sir, why do you think it's important to? Yes, you.
You speak so loud.
Yeah, you do. Why do you think it's important to greet yourself in the morning and ask how you're doing?
Well, I guess to give yourself a good start of the day.
Absolutely.
To give yourself confidence that, today's my day and I'll get this day.
Absolutely. Bluetooth high five to you, sir. Bluetooth high five. Okay. Let me ask one of the young ladies. Yes. The lovely lady there with her braids. I know she's looking at me like, please not me, please not me. Why do you think, I know, don't be shy. Why do you think it's important to greet yourself in the morning? Do you think? Okay, you're a little bit shy.
She's an artist. She speaks to the paintbrush.
Oh, she speaks to the paintbrush. That's lovely. No, she's pulling faces. Okay, the lovely girl next to her. Why do you think it's important? There's no right or wrong answer. Why do you think it's important to beat yourself in the morning? Hey? Do you know? No. And that's fine if you don't know. Any of the guys? Anyone else that thinks they know why it's important? You, young lady?
So that you can know your self-worth.
Can we please? Again, Bluetooth high five to you. 100%. So we can know, most importantly, how are we doing? Often we ask each other, hi, how are you doing? And we give a generic answer. I'm fine, thanks. But meanwhile, you're not okay. Maybe you're going through a bit of a difficult time at school. Maybe you're going through a difficult time at home. So I think it's important that we get used to being able to know what it is that we're feeling and to express what it is that we're feeling. Because normally when we don't and we're hurt, and I always say hurt people hurt other people. All right? And then we're going around hurting other people because you feel hurt. So having to express your emotions to yourself is obviously much more easier than sometimes having to express it to other children or to teachers or to your parents or to your aunts, unless you have a nice young funky aunt or funky uncle or whatever the case is. But it's sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the times it's easier to express that to ourselves. So once we get used to knowing that, okay, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I feel my day is going to go, like the young gentleman said, this is what I want out of the day. I want to just have a good day. You will have your ups and downs because life has its ups and downs, but at least if you know how you're feeling when you're going through your ups and downs, it's very, very important, right? And then that also prevents us from hurting other people. So you'll see, even as you guys grow older and you start working, there's also bullies in the workplace. Okay, look, listen to the parents. Yes, parents, okay? Parents know this. So bullying doesn't just end in the playgrounds. Sometimes it starts there. And sometimes you are the victim of being bullied. And then you grow up and you say, I'm going to take the power back. And then you end up being an adult bully because you were bullied when you were younger. Or sometimes you were a bully when you were much younger because maybe your parents are bullies. I know, that's a deep one. But I've sat with parents sometimes where there's bullying even in the household. Whether it be a power dynamic between, mom and dad or mom and aunt or grandmother and mom or whatever the dynamics are. Bullying comes across and it comes up in many different ways. So even in the workspace, you do get people that bully other people. You get adults that bully other people as well. And that's why the stats even around it are so high at the end of the day, because it's something that we don't often speak about. And in some communities, in some areas, we even normalize the bullying. No, that person's just like that. That's how they were brought up. We make excuses for people's ill behaviors instead of saying, no, man, this is not how you speak to a person. This is not how you address a person. So when you've got a good and healthy relationship with yourself and you respect yourself, it's much easier to respect the next person. When you've forgiven yourself for not being so nice to someone 10 years ago or a couple of days ago, you're able to then, if you're able to forgive yourself, you're able to forgive the next person as well and have a conversation. So what's important when you are feeling like you're being bullied or people are leaving you out of things? Find someone that you trust, guys. All right? Someone that's a bit older. It could be a teacher, that you have. It could be a friend that's in a grade that's a few grades above yours. It could be a family member. It could be just someone that you feel comfortable with. And just say, what? I don't like how these people make me feel. Or I don't like how this person makes me feel. And I'm too scared to say anything. It's okay to speak up. Because sometimes some people don't even know that they're hurting you. They might be like, I was just joking. But now you're too scared to say your joke is not funny. It actually hurts me. So your emotions and how you feel is important and it's valid. Speaking up is important as well. All right? And if you are feeling sad or hurt or disappointed, it's okay to speak up about it. You know, for those that like drawing and writing, you can even write about it. If you feel like you're too scared to speak, write a letter to someone that you trust and give it to them and say, please help me out. All right, but most importantly, what I want to leave you guys with is please greet yourselves in the morning. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it, there's nothing weird, I promise you. Okay, you won't be put on medication or have to go, you know, see one of us because you greet yourself in the morning. I think it's a nice start to having a good and healthy relationship with yourself, in asking yourself, how are you doing? So that when your mom or your dad or your friends ask you how you're doing, you actually know how it is that you're doing. Are you struggling? Are you great? Are you excited? You know? So let's greet ourselves in the morning. Let's be kind to ourselves. Let's be kind to each other. And when you are greeting yourself, say kind words to yourself so that it's easy to also say kind words to the next person. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, boys. That was beautiful. Greet yourselves in the morning. All right, we're giving a voice to the children. So today we're going to be having a student from Endicott reciting a poem for us. Oh, yay, it's you.
Hey, hello everyone. Hello. My name is Majaku Fellow, and today I'll be reciting a poem about kindness. It doesn't matter where you go or who you meet along the way. Just carry kindness in your heart and practice it each day. Kona le diketekete tša mapheko ka tšatši le lengwe le le lengwe. Eupša lahla lehloyo le poifo gomme o phele bophelo ba botho kudu. An easy smile can change someone's whole week. The smallest gesture brings the gift of joy we seek. Kindness and respect is a two-way lane that will help our respect for one another to never wane. Nea motho o a latelago botho gomme o emele botho go tloga go motho o. Ka tsela e ke ka ge o tla hwetša hlompho e oketšegilego. Let us hold every moment precious and help as much as we can, with a little act of kindness every now and then. What a wonder it would be if the world was filled with kindness. If all the people that had powers only used them to show kindness. What a wonder it would be if the world can see what the world could be if we learn kindness. Thank you.
That was incredible. Pour me some of that confidence. What? Oh, I'm so impressed. Okay, our next speaker was gracious enough to host for 2 of our art festivals for the Gauteng district, and she has been in the teaching industry for more than 30 years. She has worked tirelessly to climb up the field and to reach her goals. In 2018, she was appointed the principal of Endicott. She has a big heart and has selflessly collaborated with us to continue our mission. Please welcome Principal Nisi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, ma'am.
And then this comes to me as a blessing in disguise, whereby I need to thank the mighty Lord to make sure that I am where I dreamt about when I was a little girl. I started with the teaching when I was only 11 years. I taught those ministers that you see outside there, those doctors, those teachers, lawyers, and whosoever, without formal education. I used to take them all the way to Guatemala Hostel for them to go and sing and dance and do everything without me being a teacher. I was only 11. And then when I begin my career as a teacher, I started somewhere. I didn't know that I was an artist long time ago. My art, I only saw it some few months ago when somebody from Gauteng decided to pick my school to be the one that hosts the art festival, which I didn't even have an idea of what she was talking about. And then I said, before everything came on its own to me, I never planned for anything. This one, I'm taking it with 2 feet and all my fingers in my hands. I went in it with the hope that it is going to happen. And I'm happy that it's happening. Yes. Bullying is a crisis to every adult who's sitting here. Bullying is a challenge to every learner who's here, even the one who was standing here and reciting the poem about kindness. She was telling all of you that he needs the kindness, and from nobody else but from us. Number one, teachers, the super parents, the super CIDs, the super social workers, the super nurses and doctors, the super psychologists.
Yeah, well.
Yes, the super very artists that we see here. We all in one. We are the super career holders. Where do I come from with this one? We need to prepare a learner, our own child in totality. We seem to forget that one. We always concentrate on the academics, the mind, the cap of a child in South Africa. We forget about the whole being, that there is something important about that individual learner who's sitting there at the corner in the class, who cannot write his name at grade 6 and grade 7 level, whereby our education system has pushed that child to be in grade 7 with nothing which is a matter in the hand. But the matter, in fact, is not in the cap. The matter with this one is in the hands. It is in the creative mind, and we tend to forget that. So I'm very happy and thankful to the Gauteng Arts, the gaps. It has shown us the importance. As a teacher, I have prepared. I said, hey, this one wants now for me to be the speaker in front of the masses. I have to prepare. Look at how many papers I have. And as the teacher, I'm not going to use this. Why should I? I'm the teacher. I need to pick it up from where we are sitting here. Arts in the making, it starts at home. Did you know that you are very artistic parents as you are sitting there? When you prepare food for that family in the morning, you put the eggs in a certain style. You put your Viennas in a certain style. You cut the bread into a certain shape. You don't know that you're already starting the skills and teaching those learners whom you call your children at home, the art of doing things. When you lay the bedroom in the house, you put colors, you put wall mountings, you put the bedroom together. And then when you stand there and say, I've made it, it's because you are a super artist and you don't even know. So it is high time that you showcase your education that you have imparted to your children by you seeing them here today. It is because of your works that we are here. So we come to bullying. Bullying is a vast word in itself. Bullying doesn't start at school. Sometimes it is the answer to the people who are bullying others from the victims. They are answering you that one day we will be able to do like you do. And where does it come from? I'm looking at you as you are sitting here. I was expecting that I'll be seeing the mother with the child next to her, because you are very proud of your product. But I'm seeing the mothers are sitting aside. The learners are left alone, as you normally do when you leave them to us on daily basis. You send them to us because you chose us and you saw that we are so important, full of safety within us. That is why you leave your children in their most active part of the day, from 7 o'clock to 2 o'clock. You leave them to us. It's because you trust us too much. And you just fail one part of it. Support us to stand where we are. Support us as parents. You give them to us, you leave them to us. You don't even know that we poison them or we build them. Do you understand? You just don't care. I'm talking to this young mothers. You just don't care. When we invite you, you send grandparents. They've raised you. Why must they pay extra? They've done their part. You need to be part of it. I'm looking at my teachers. I'm sorry to cap on you now. I'm looking at them. We have taught our learners that we are somebody and they are someone. That is why we can't even intermingle with them. They are sitting somewhere, you sitting somewhere as parents, they sitting all alone because they own the life. Where are you? That is why they are exposed to bullying. They don't have friendship with you to sit you down and explain to you what happened at school for the day, because you as a mother, you as a father, you only the disciplinarian only. When they are called to the office and the court, they know. When they are called to the office, they know they are in trouble. And that is not what it's supposed to be. They must be curious to know, why me being called in the office? That means I am special. I'm coming back to the lady who was on the podium here, who was saying, just greet yourself and tell yourself you're unique, you're special, you're beautiful. So we build barriers, us as parents. We build barriers as teachers. We build barriers as parents, because we the first people these learners must talk to if it happens that they are being bullied. But they suffer in silence just because there is a wall between us and them, between you and them. If you can ask yourself, when was the last time whereby you sat with your child and then you ask them, how far is it at school? We only ask when we must get reports. Did you write? Was it okay? Was it easy? Because we direct them to give us the answers. Even if it is challenging, she will say, or he will say, it was easy, peasy weasy like peanuts, because they want to see smiles in our faces. So what we need to do, it is to engage yourself. Let's build a relationship and a friendship with our learners. So it goes with the teachers. When things go wrong, the first person to be asked a question, it is a teacher. A teacher must be able to notice if Kutlwano is not feeling good today. If Kutlwano is not even feeling well, without her standing up and telling you that I'm not feeling well. You must be told by the face, because you are used to it, you are friends. So can we teach at home our learners to be brother's keeper? Because if you are a brother's keeper, you make sure that you keep intact the ways, the problems, the challenges that your brother has. When you talk about the brother, you don't talk about your biological brother. You talk about the fellow learner who sits next to you in the class. The other learners who sits around you in the class. The other learners you share tube size. The one that you strike tube size with them. You share it with them. You check today. She is so wow and jumping and whatever. But today, he's a bit sloppy and can't even jump one round. Then that means there's something wrong. Get worried, learners, to know what's wrong with my friend today. That's to be a brother's keeper. Right? And then the Bible never spoke about you as a bully, but it was speaking to everyone around bullying. Let's go to John, 1 John chapter 2, verses 9. Anyone who claims to be in light but hates a brother or sister is still in the darkness. You might say, you clever enough, you kind enough, you good enough. If there is somebody that you cannot speak to, if there is somebody that you always pray that that person can fall as they run around, that means you're still sitting in the darkness. So you need to allow yourself to love yourself first. Kindness starts from within. It's never going to be shown outside if you send it to other people. You show it to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And then that kindness will be transformed to the next person around your cycle. So when you're kind to yourself, you cannot hurt yourself. So as you can't hurt yourself, you can't hurt the next person. Because the Bible says, do unto others that you would want to be done unto you. It's just straightforward. It doesn't speak bully, but to me, that's bullying in the true sense. I can't speak ill to another child because the child is going to have bad feelings for the day. The child will be feeling lousy for the day, and then you will be happy about what you did. And that child won't be like you to go out and speak to somebody. And that on its own, it doesn't disturb the well-being of the child only. It disturbs the academics of the year, which is what we are looking at. But we forget that there's other element that builds up to the academy of somebody. I always tell them, Andre is one of my students in life orientation, that life is like this. Even the children are like this. There are those that are highly gifted there. There are those that are struggling there. As a teacher, go out and say, I am a teacher because you've made something out of this one. This one was going to shine on their own. So teachers, you are not a teacher if you have 7 learners who get A's. You must have the one who was getting -1. Take them to 3. Then you call yourself, I am the teacher. Because the other ones, if there's material, resources to work on, there is no place for you to do something out of them. So relationship, it starts at home. When you call yourself a mother, and you say to the children, you go to Endicott, there are mothers and fathers there. That means you shall have portrayed the motherhood at home. Do it right. The child will start trusting me to be the second mother to do it right. Not that all of them, they don't speak because they are silent forever. They don't speak because they know we just like them, the others. When they stand up, go and sit down, Madlebe. You always up. You don't even start to even want to listen to what Madlebe is saying. Do you understand? You've already bullied the child also. You say, is Madlebe. Is Madlebe her name? His name? No. You proving to all the others that bullying is just okay. If the teacher can do it, why not me? And then they do it. And then the children who are being bullied and being victims, they sit back and start to be angry. Biggie, and then the bag will be full. The day it explodes, They do things that we cannot even answer for. We have learners at school. I'm not talking about the media. The media is reporting to us every single day about bullying. It happens every second in every school. Every second in every school. When you check the school, the child will report, I'm a grandmother, will report to me, good, sakele inshayile, echelili teacher, teacher wati hlala phansi. Ne? And then I stand up, I go and fight for Lelihle at the school. Am I at the right? When the child tells me that, I need to sit down and sit back, check myself, am I not doing the same to other learners? Hey, go to your class, go and tell your teacher. Why did the child leave the teacher behind and come to you? It is because we said they must speak to the people they trust most. If they trust you as the principal, why should you send them back to the teacher? Because why they come to you, they don't trust the teacher. And there's reasons for not trusting the teacher. We sometimes get to try to be too strict and we push them away. So it is an element of change that needs to happen to us as teacher mothers, presidents. We are. Because as I have 923 learners there, I feel and I know I'm the president of my small country. Right? So you must do the same at home. As the president in your home, instill the kindness, instill the respect of oneself, instill courage to those learners that they understand and stand for their rights, no matter what. And they must not keep quiet about something that it is not making them to be free, number one, to feel good and to have a full self-esteem. That is the reason why our children are in the street, drinking, smoking, drugs and whatever. If we could push things like this, when will they get time to go and sniff drugs? Because they'll be busy practicing to showcase their skills of drumming there. Do you understand? But we keep them. Sometimes we think we're doing what is good. A child gets a born with other people, get raised with other people, get to be a youth with other people, get to be married with other person, not people, person. Get to belong to another family with other people. But you keep them next to you because you don't want them to be exposed. And we are Lalashem. There's effects along the way. They already learned everything on the way without you teaching. Our custom doesn't allow us to speak to children, but then nowadays changes everything. Call things with their names as they are. Talk to your children about things as they are. Explain their rights as it is. If you don't have it, get your country's constitution. It is tabulated. Teach your child. When I come as a teacher, I reinforce in what you've already done. Because education doesn't start at school, it starts at home. With these few words, I would like to say thank you that I'm seeing faces of parents and I'm seeing change from this group. And this change is going to affect or effect the next change in the other group, which is double this number. That double, it goes to 3 times. It goes forever and ever. And thank you very much to show that you have welfare of your children at heart. For you to present yourself here. To you, you are very special. You are a unique parent. Keep it there. Carry it on. It's worth your child's life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Principal Mnisi. Our next speaker, Mrs. Felicia Moshesha. I actually accommodated you in Nedbank. The color scheme, that's you. That's you, on purpose. Felicia Mashasha is a registered chartered accountant who has worked across various industries with expertise in finance, auditing, taxation, and financial accounting. Felicia has a heart of gold, and with her organization, Nedbank Foundation, has awarded Gauteng Arts of Public Schools with the local hero donation of visual arts material, which will be handed out to the 10 participating schools. Mrs. Felicia Mashasha.
Me Mrs. I'm not used to being called Mrs. My name is Felicia Bushisha. I am, first of all, a wife and a mother of 2 children. I think before I even start, I think I learned a lot just from Boyd's here. I call her Boyd's, and greeting yourself in the morning. I mean, sometimes you go through a lot at work. So I think what I realized from your talk is just to greet oneself in the morning. How are you doing? How are you feeling? And I guess that will also dictate how you treat the next person, because sometimes waking up in a mood does impact how you treat the next person. Also for my 2 children, I'm sitting and I was laughing and I'm thinking, I do sometimes actually drop my kids off and I rush off to work. So being intentional with the small children, our future leaders, I think is very important. So thank you, ladies, for your talk. So second to being a wife, a mother, and trying to juggle life, I'm also a chartered accountant. I've qualified in 2014, so I've been a chartered accountant for 9 years. I think I've worked, like she said, across a lot of industry. Speciality was mostly in auditing, and now I'm in the financial services sector. I joined Nedbank about 4 years ago, and I think I joined them because they aligned quite a bit with what I believe in, and that's inclusiveness of different people, of different backgrounds. They allow you to express yourself and express what you know, and they allow you the platform to actually speak up. And as Nedbank, as an organization, when Yeleti told me she's starting an organization, I was firstly very excited because it's something that's been close to her heart, working with children, nurturing small minds, ensuring, from being a teacher and ensuring that she brings it home and she's worried about your well-being as a small child. I thought, what can I do to help you with this initiative that you've started to grow our young minds in this avenue that's not used to. When I grew up, art wasn't really something we discussed. I was told study, be a young professional, but no one ever thinks, okay, I could be a dancer, I could be an artist, I could play a musical instrument and be great at it. We take for granted the fact that the same person who's singing on the radio or who's selling a painting for thousands of rands is actually somebody who probably doesn't have an accounting degree like I have. So in that sense, I was proud to approach the executives at Nedbank to sponsor something small that will help you young talents, our future leaders in whatever form or whatever profession that you choose, to nurture your talent, whatever it may be. And in those boxes at the back, I think Yeleti will hand it out later. It's just something, will you?
No, we're handing you.
No, okay. It's just something small that will help you start out and help you also reduce some or alleviate some of the burden of having to spend a lot on art materials. So I think in line with bullying, I think we must focus a lot on I read a quote once. It said, being confident doesn't necessarily mean you walk into a room and you think you're better than the next person. I think walk in, be confident, be you. Be about you, not about the next person. Sometimes comparing and trying to beat somebody at something you're not even good at is bad. And that's where I think in the workplace, some of the bullying starts, trying to outsmart the next person and not realizing what sort of impact you're making on another person. Thank you, guys. And I do want to say, you small children, continue with all the different learnings that you do. I think to me, the small minds are very special. And yes, we are responsible, like Mama said, to nurture these small minds and to teach them right. Thank you. Okay, I'll call the first school. I'm so excited. Temba Lega Zulu. We'll head out the first package.
Do we have the teacher?
We have a teacher. Do you have a teacher at school?
It's okay. Put it on the side.
Okay, we'll put it on the side and then the second one will be Timon Primary School. Is somebody coming up to receive? And check it. Okay, the next one is, guys, excuse me with the pronunciation, Nomnegani Primary School. Okay, we'll put it aside. The third one is Wendywood Primary School. Representative. Okay. Nyeleti, you can accept it, teacher Nyeleti. Okay. The next one is Bongani Primary School. Okay, thank you everyone. Enjoy the supplies. Great initiative. Congratulations.
Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, because you made this possible, and yeah, it is amazing. The next people, I'm so excited again to hear you guys. So the Midrand Marimba Band is going to be collaborating with Kamogelo Masemola. And Gamo was an adjudicator for our previous art festivals, and Gamo is the perfect example. He's an actual artist, so he's a perfect example of when you pursue your passion, when you chase your dreams. So there will be over there a live performance art piece in collaboration with the Marimba Band. Thank you. That was amazing. You guys are so talented. What? This is terrible. Yes, and this shows how intelligent you guys are because you're taking these instructions to make these sounds happen. So it's, wow, it's incredible. Please give them another round of applause. Wow. The next person, is my best friend. She's the person that brought us all here together. And Nyaleti Majuba has been, as much as she followed the career of being a teacher, art has been following her all her life. And that's how we became friends, because we used to draw together and just sit in silence and just draw for hours. And here she is now making this possible for other kids. Do you understand how exciting this is? This is big, guys. This is exciting, and she's going to be giving us our vote of thanks. I'm sorry, I forgot to say thank you, Gamu. I was just so excited at the band, and this is incredible. I've seen this before, and it's amazing every single time. So Nyaleti Majuba, please come forth. She's the founding director of GAPS. Please.
Afternoon, boys and girls, the most important people in the world. Now you know my name. I am Nyaleti, but you know me as Miss Majuba. So when we see each other, it's still Miss Majuba. Thank you so much for being so patient. And the show is for you, by you, and about you. Thank you so much for just having talent. I have the privilege of teaching a lot of children, and as an artist myself, or a creative, I wanted a platform like this. This is why I wanted you to have a platform as well. I would like to say thank you so much for our supporters, which is the City of Uguruleni, the Springs Art Gallery, and I just want the parents and the people in attendance to know the teachers who are making this possible. Over there in the corner is Mr. Conley. Mr. Conley is from Wendywood Primary School. If you can just stand up. One day he just said, just do it. And this is how we got here. I started this at the school that I am currently teaching, which is Wendywood Primary School, and he's a sport coordinator, and he has been my champion behind me all the time and just saying, just go. We need all the children to have something. They have to also have a platform to showcase who they are. If I am going to be a super netball player, it's great for myself, and people can come and also watch me. We don't want the children to be drawing and drawing and drawing and painting in their rooms. Nobody sees it. We don't want the people to be singing in the shower and nobody sees it. We don't want you to be dancing to the most awesome song and nobody sees it. This is your chance to shine. And we've been talking and talking and talking and talking the whole day. We are about to be being transported into a world where the children have a voice. They are giving us solutions to bullying. The speakers have been talking about different parts of the topic, but they are saying, here are the solutions. As we are about to walk into the exhibition, which is Cultivating Self-Confidence, which is what they have to combat bullying. They're giving us practical solutions. We are talking big words. They're just saying, lend a helping hand to a friend. Make sure that you are kind to the next person. Give your lunch to someone who you see does not have lunch. Practical things. And this is what I love about children. They're so simple. Simple in everything that they do. And we want them to stay as children. So can we please make their world simple by supporting them in every single thing that they do? Everything, whether academics, whether the arts. I can talk until the sun goes down, like my principal. So we are about to be walking. We're going to be walking through the passage. And we are going to walk through the gallery. The gallery is showcasing Peter Clark, whose topic is very important because he too values education. If you walked through and enjoyed that piece, it was talking to what we are also here for. We're going to walk through that way, and we are going out of the gallery, not out the gate, just out, and then into the first door. And from there, this is where, boys and girls, everyone's gonna see you walk. Everyone. And I am super proud of you. I'd like to thank everyone who's in attendance, and thank you for your talent. Thank you for my team from Cultivating Art for Public Schools. Thank you to... Yes. Yeah. Thank you to Mr. Masemula and all our adjudicators who are artists coming from your communities. So what you are seeing here, they started here when they were in primary school. Just like Mr. Masemula, he started in primary school and he kept on practicing every single day. If you are playing a guitar, you can't stand up one day and be like a superstar in one day. So should we also do within the arts. Do not stop. As we're walking, the children and, well, the greater community can just sign their name. And then we are going to start from here and we're going to walk out into what we came here for, which is the exhibition by the children. I am hoping we can start nicely. Yeah, this way. And the food is coming, guys. You know that? Yeah, coming. I know, come on. I know you. Come on. Who's for noodles?
Hey guys, so we are the dancers. We're dancing at this art festival at Springs. We are representing Windy as a team, Windy Primary School. So yeah. Can you also say hi to our moms? Hi mom! Bonjour mommy! They must go. We have named this exhibition Cultivating Self-Confidence to Combat Bullying, and the piece that we have used as a departure point for everything that we have done was done by Sinkita, and it simply asks, are you okay? And this is what we want parents and people of the community to just ask, are you okay? She is going to be talking about her piece and just letting us know what she was thinking when she did this.
Personally, I made this piece because I wasn't feeling okay at the time. And a lot of people I've seen, like almost everywhere, people aren't okay just anywhere. I'm not really an introverted person. I'm more extroverted. I have an introverted side which made me draw like this because honestly, because people think I'm okay even when I'm not. I just pretend, and most people just pretend that they aren't, and when they do, they just feel uncomfortable to tell others, which, I don't know, it just makes people feel uncomfortable when people ask if you're okay or not. You don't want to tell them because you feel like you'll eventually get sad and just start crying, and you won't be able to feel calm, you won't feel at home, you're just not okay.
Yay! So you can say anything, guys.
Combating bullying.
Thank you for the support, guys. It means a lot.
You know, it's a pleasure. We're here to empower the young minds.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to doing more for the young kids.
You've done the most already, so be proud of yourselves.